We ready?
It's Judy on the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, excuse me. Good morning. Thank you so very much for joining me again for this hour of the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. This is the first Tuesday of 2026. Excuse me. And I'm so glad that you're here with me this beautiful day in Tallahassee. So glad to have you. We are here. Hello, Tanya. Hello. So glad to have you all here today. It is an honor. I tell you, we are expecting some great things from the Lord to this entire year. We're looking forward to God doing some wonderful things, and to all of those who will be joining me, who will see this later. I want to thank you so very much. And if you would, go ahead and share today. The show is going to be absolutely phenomenal, as I believe they all are. But today we're going to talk about something that I believe is absolutely fantastic. So we want to encourage you to go ahead and invite some others. I've heard somebody saying not just Happy New Year, but Happy Another Year. And the Lord gave me something about that. And so we're going to talk about that as well. And before I get any further, y'all, we're still praying for those in Venezuela and all of these places. We're praying that they have, that God will bless them. We don't wish evil upon anyone, not at all, no matter what they've done to you or anything. We don't wish evil come back. And we want to pray for that country. My sister Tanya, one of her co-workers, her family is seriously affected. And we want to pray for them. We really do want to pray for them. It touches my heart really seriously when others are suffering. I always wish I can do something, but we know that God will take care of it. All right. So, but I'm going to talk about Happy New Year and another year further down in the broadcast, in the podcast. We're going to talk about that. And I want to welcome you to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show 2026. 2026. Wow. And guess what, y'all? It's already the 5th. Am I right? The 6th day. What's today? The 5th day. The 6th day of June. It is already the 6th day of, January. I've been going all the way to June. Already the 6th day of January. And so we want to, wow, it's going to move fast. You know what that means? You two are going to have to move fast. You're going to have to move fast with what God has given to you. Fast, but in the spirit of excellence. So I want to thank you for giving me 1 hour of your valuable time to empower you, inspire you, and motivate you to make an indelible impact on your life and to increase your faith. I thank you for that. I consider that a privilege and an honor that you would do that. So my sisters and brothers, as I stated earlier, another year, Happy New Year. And we want you to understand this. You got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it. So you matter to God so much that he created you in his image and after his likeness. Everyone in the world was created in his image and after his likeness. Every single person. And you know when it really comes alive? when you accept him as your Lord and Savior, when you accept Jesus Christ as your Savior, man, the ability to create, imagine, and to do those things really come alive. So the glory of God is on the inside of you, and that's real talk. Again, I am Dr. Hey, guys. Hey, Happy New Year. Again, I am Dr. Judy, the host of this amazing, impactful live radio show designed with you in mind. So to all of you, whether you're on radio, Facebook Live, YouTube, or the radio app, thank you for joining me. Do me a favor, go ahead and get others on here. Today's going to be a great show. Today's going to be a great show as always. But get others on here. Go get some other people on here. Tag them, text, call, email. Why I do this. In 2026, I am thankful that my mom, Mother Dr. Irma Hunter Wesley, my father, Mr. Sylvester Wesley Sr., they're the reason I am who I am. And their children and grandchildren are their legacy. And we are moving better and stronger than ever. To all of my amazing husband, Superintendent Gerald Mandrell, thank God so very much for you, sweetheart. Thank you for all that you do and give. To my beautiful sisters and my brother, thank y'all. To my cousins and everybody, man. I just thank God for everybody. And to Priscilla, Priscilla John Lewin, our marketing director, want to thank her so very much for what she has given to the Real Talk with Judy show. And of course, to the audience, I want to thank you for coming back. Every Tuesday, you're here. Every time I'm on the radio, you're here. So you matter to me. And that's why I have the Real Talk with Judy show. That's why I have it. I want to thank you for taking a seat at the table today with me. Remember, you can comment, you can ask questions, you can do it. But this year, we are about to get started. Okay, so the theme for what we're talking about today is show up for you so you can show up for them. That's what we'll show up for you so you can show up for them. That's what I'm going to talk about today. And I have my book. Here. And after the show last Tuesday, then I met people at Publix and Walmart to buy this book. And I am so thankful. Man, I was honored. The young lady called and asked for the book. She went on and paid for it on Amazon. I met her at Publix. And after that, we sold 6 other books and got some others to jump in. Y'all get your book. You can go to Amazon and order your book. Show it for you. The stage is waiting for you. And we're going to go on. I thought that it would be a good idea to talk a little about that today, to show up for you, to talk about that today. And as I was stating, go order. As I was stating, put that back up for me, Priscilla. You all can scan that QR code, I believe. You all can scan the QR code and go ahead and order now. Show up for you. The stage is waiting for you. That book is powerful. It helps to get you started. In this book, I have right now over 100 signatures of people who have signed my book. They have signed my book, and I carry this book with me because I believe in what God had given me to write. I really do believe in that. So I want to talk about this for a minute. The nuisance of new versus another, just a linguistic and psychological analysis. The distinction I noted that Happy New Year's feel like a fresh start, while Happy Another Year, seeing it from this perspective, feel like the same old thing. It's rooted in how we perceive time, novelty, and continuity. The psychology of the fresh start effect, Happy New Year, utilizes what behavioral scientists call the fresh start effect. And I'm going to tell you why I believe a lot of us are. But let me do this. The Happy New Year is like a reset button. The word new acts as a temporal landmark. It suggests a clean slate, a break from the past, an opportunity to shed over habits, resolution that people make. I don't make resolution. because I realize I don't keep them. So there's no need in making them, so I don't keep them. I just work on improving me, and not all at once. I don't do everything at one time. Okay, humans are biologically wired to respond to novelty. New implies something we haven't experienced yet, which triggers dopamine and hope. When people love to go to something new, people love to go to something new. You get a new store, new restaurant. A lot of times we go to that new restaurant, but then after a while, it all died out. And a lot of people do just like me. I said, I'm gonna wait till the hype stop so I can get in and get a better meal, not necessarily a better meal, but serve faster because they'll be through with the crowd. So some people, when they start a new anything, people flock to it. But if it lasts past 5 years or so, you're pretty much going to do pretty good. So the wait of another year shift the focus from the quality of time to the quantity of the time. Continuity versus change. Another implies an addition to an existing power. So for instance, if you have 10 apples, and I give you another apple, I have just increased your what you're giving you more of the same thing, right? So in this context, another suggests that the cycle is repeating. And it can feel like a treadmill effect. You are moving forward, but the scenery isn't changing. So sometime another year sounds like a relief of survival, or we made it through another year, rather than celebrating a beginning. Now I'm going to talk about the another because sometimes we don't need a new, we need another because we have to continue. We have not finished what we started before. So happy another year, happy new year is the tradition. Saying happy another year, it means that you continue. You add on, you keep building, and you become better and better, right? You make it better, you add more to it. Another happy new year. Focus the future. Focus is the future. Happy new year, the future. Happy another year. And I know we say happy new year, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that after she said that, I just started thinking. But happy another year, it focuses the sequence. It is the sequence. Okay? The new year, optimism, reset, change. Happy another year, endurance, routine, status, a level of a happy new year, a feeling of a level 1 in a new game. Happy another year, lap 2 on the same track. And I believe that that's where we are, y'all. We're on a lap 2 of the same track. Because sometimes people don't ever finish because they're saying, I want to do something new. I want to do something that hadn't happened. One of the best things you can do, I would like to suggest to you, review your previous year. What was your goal? What did you have in mind? What did you set out to do? Have you completed it? It don't make sense to start building a house. That's why the Bible says count up the cost to make sure that you have enough to finish. So you don't want to start building a house and you get the sidewalk done. I don't know if that's last probably, but you pour the foundation. Let's do that. When you pour the foundation and you go to put up something and you haven't finished, so you want to start something new. No, continue. My sisters and brothers, that's where we are now. We are continuing. We are continuing. It is another year. This is another year for you to finish. Not to get frustrated because you're about to start number 6 and you haven't finished number 3. Okay? So another is a more powerful, is very powerful in relationships as well. In a marriage, a long-term friendship. Happy another year isn't about the same old thing in a boring way. It's about reliability and shared history. That's what we want. We want shared history. It's about that. And so as we get into this assignment for this podcast today, it says show up for you. All right, show up for you, and we want to focus on that this year as you continue to build upon you, continue to build upon your vision, continue to build upon your work. I want to strongly suggest that you not stop, because if you don't show up for you, you cannot show up for them. Who them? Who them? You cannot show up for them. You cannot show up for the people you're supposed to help. You cannot show up for your family. You cannot show up for your neighbor. You cannot show up for your vision or your dream. You cannot do any of those things if you don't continue to move forward in showing up for you. I'm going to read two passages of scripture to you from the Bible, which are the reason for my book and topic discussion today. God bless you, Pastor. But the reason for my book and my topic discussion for today is St. Mark, the 12th chapter, 28 to the 31st verse. It said, one of the teachers of the law came and heard them debating. Noticing that Jesus had given them a good answer, he asked him, of all the commandments, which is the most important? And he said this, the most important one, answered Jesus, is this. Hear, O Israel, love the Lord our God. The Lord is one. Verse 30 say, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. Listen to this. The second is this. This is the second greatest commandment. Love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these two. The second one is called the golden rule. It's called the golden rule. Do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. This is the essence of all that is taught in the law and the prophet. So we all know the commandment, love your neighbor as yourself. But how many of us show up to our lives completely empty? You're not fulfilling you. You're not empowering you. And if you have nothing in your vessel, you have nothing to pour. You have to take care of you so you can be ready to really help others. And can I tell you, that's what life is all about. That's what life is all. It's not what I'm going to do me. God ain't called you to do you. He called you to fulfill you, to empower yourself so you can help others. I've learned, Dimity, over these times, I just can't repeat, Tanya, everything people say. Pastor, I can't do that because some of those cliches ain't right. But if you have nothing in your vessel, you have nothing to pour. You don't shortchange the world by hiding you. Don't shortchange us by hiding who you are. Don't shortchange the people that you're supposed to help. There are people who will be delivered, who will be healed, who will dream again, who will continue to build on their dream when you show up. You are their way up, you're their way out, and you're their way through. But if you are empty, you can't give them what they need. And you don't need to dummy down yourself to be anybody else. If that's you, that's you. God created you to give what he put in you. Everybody's not a Judy Mandrell. You can't be. This shirt said, it's a Judy thing. You wouldn't understand. That's what this shirt said. This sweatshirt says it's a Judy thing. You wouldn't understand. Okay, so God called you to do you. He called you to fulfill you. That's right, Pastor Wright, because there are people waiting on Pastor Wright. Judy can go there, but they are designed, they are built, they have gone through things to get what Dr. Wright has. We spend so much time trying to show up as the person we think, as the person we think the world wants. that we forget the person the world actually need is the one God already created. I see people putting on that same dress that Jamal Bryant's wife had. I don't know what statement they're making, but that don't make sense. She wore that dress. Now everybody trying to make a statement? For what? It ain't none of our business anyway. I'm not gonna get on that. But I am gonna say this, that bishop that got on there and called her, say she looked like a whatever, that was out of order. All right, we going on. All right. But y'all, we cannot be in the imposter syndrome or playing small. It's actually a form of withholding the gift that God has put in you. There's some people that only Tanya can touch, only Priscilla can touch. Everybody ain't coming to your thing. So celebrate those who are. What you have does not appeal to everybody. That's just not everybody taste. It don't mean that it's wrong and you stop. No, you keep going because there are people waiting on you to do what you do. There are people in Tallahassee. I think we have 200,000 people. There's no church. There's no convention center. There's no stadium. There's nothing that can hold all 109 or all 200,000 plus people. Nowhere. And sometimes we say, oh, and then the small churches or the small organization, the small businesses try to fault the big businesses, the big churches try to do. Man, none of that is necessary. Do you? And ain't nobody coming if you don't go invite them. If you don't invite them, nobody's coming to what you have. Ain't nobody showing up for me. How many are you inviting? There are people who are waiting on you. That's why we don't have to compete. We don't have to tear each other down. That's stupid. That is immature. Forgive the stupid word that came out. That is immature. That's crazy. Because do you not know sometimes when you're bad mouthing others, people are turning away from you. Even people who were assigned to, they are turning away from you. And can I help somebody else? Let them talk. That's free advertisement. Y'all I've learned this stuff, man. Let them talk. People come to you because of what they heard. There's a scripture in the Bible about Queen Sheba. She was one of the richest women there. And when she heard about, I think it was Solomon, when she heard how good the temple looked and all of this and all of this, the talking, y'all hear me? The talking is what drove her to him. There are people who are talking about you, who are driving people to you. And I'm a witness, even at Life Changers, people have started coming because they're hearing others say stuff. Take that free advertisement and build. Because if you don't show up as you, the specific portion of grace assigned to your life never reaches the people intended to receive it. If you don't show up as you, the specific portion of grace assigned to your life never reaches the people intended to receive it. There are people waiting to go to this church. Our niece told us over the Christmas holidays, she don't like to go to churches where the preacher, and a lot of us like a lot of people like this kind of preacher. A lot of people like that. She's turned off by that. So are a lot of people. They don't like that. And some people don't like the clothing that so many of us like. Does it make it wrong or right? No. That's their preference, but they're not looking for that kind of church. They're not looking for that kind of preacher. Okay? And it doesn't matter, but if you hold back what God has put in you, you're never going to reach the people intended to receive it. Some people need to back out of your life. They need to. They have been a hindrance. They have whispered, and you already knew that. People told you they did. You know, so you got to move forth in who you are. Ephesians 2:20 say, for we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good work. Listen to this, which God prepared in advance for us to do. When he created you with a purpose. He created knowing what you would do. And he already knew we would mess up. Okay? So you mess up. So get up. And if you got to go serve your time well. That's what I tell you. You got to go to prison and serve well. Go do what you got to do. You heard what Jesus said. When did we do any of these things for you? Because you didn't come visit me when I was in prison. Hello? There's a quote by Marianne Williamson. It said, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frighten us. Don't be afraid of what you have. What you have is the needed supply, the anatomy of gifting, whether it's your quiet empathy, your loud leadership, or your administrative mind. That is the oil in your lamp. I'm too loud for some people, and it's okay. But there's some quiet teachers, or there's some quiet people that will serve you better than me, because I'm loud, I'm excited, and that's always. I'm excited, I'm happy. I can't hardly be in the company of people like I can't hardly be in the company of those people. That's draining. So I don't spend a lot of time of that. Okay, I don't do that. And the lie of not enough, address this thought. I'll show up when I'm more polished, experienced, here. This is the truth. Hear this. This is the real truth. This is what I learned. The world doesn't need your perfection. The world doesn't need your perfection. It needs your presence. You ain't never going to be good enough. You're never going to be without fault. You're not. Even the best we try, we're not. They need your presence. You are a piece of the body. And if the hand decides it isn't needed because it isn't an eye, the whole body suffers a deficit. The whole body suffers a deficit. Hear me, my sisters and brothers. When you count yourself not worthy enough to do what God has created you to do, and you stand back, the whole body suffers. The whole body suffers. And we're not put on this earth by God, created in his image, after his likeness, to hate each other. That is not of God. When you see people hating on folk, that's not God. When you see people who won't forgive people, that's not God either. That's not God. That ain't Bible. And if you're unforgiving, that's not God. You got to understand that. They need your presence. And you should, according to 1 Peter 4:10, each of us should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. When Life Changers started, we started with 12. So many people have perfected their gift, started their gift, because we are a leadership church. We are a leadership church. As Pastor Mandrell started this church, he created it, he started it so he can bring out the leaders in us, both spiritually and naturally and physically. We are supposed to be excellent people. And what he does and what his leaders and executive team do, we train, we lead, we empower, we impart, we correct. Because if you can't stand correction, you're not too good of a person. You got to be corrected. Yeah, that's not God, y'all. We have to be corrected, and you got to be in a place, no matter our intentions. People, I was telling them the other night, I'm 66 years old. I have accomplished so many things. I've done so much, and I'm still improving myself. Come tomorrow night at 11:59, I will have my Master's of Science in Leadership. Da-da. Yeah. Thank you. So why do I keep doing this? I do it because I need to perfect me so I can be able to serve you. How can I pull you up to a place I haven't been? I want to give you the best. That's why I do this show. That's why I study. Even my circle has changed. Not that intimate circle, but I've got new people in my life so they can show new things. Thank you, Pastor. Got another one. So I can show you new things. I'm dealing with people now who got different mindsets. They ain't messy. They don't sit there and screw you around, talking behind your back and do all that stuff. No, that's not it. Yes, Diminy, we got to be able to be corrected. There's a quote by Howard Thurman. He said, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it." Go do what makes you come alive. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. My sister Tanya and her co-workers and different groups and all of this, and this is going to help you to collaborate. I mean, get partnership, get people who have the heart like you to do the same thing. So they over the school break, they took the children to feed the homeless. They took them to do this. They took them to the fair. They're showing them the finer things of life. Why? Because you come alive when you do that. When I come alive, when I get to help people, when I get to speak into people's life and I see the change that they're making. When I was out there signing those books at Publix and Walmart, man, I felt good. Not because I was selling a book, but because people was interested in hearing, how do I show up for me? How do I become a better me? What is it that I need to give? I write stuff for him, yeah, but there's a lot of work that you have to do. Look at all these people who signed. I don't know if you can see that. No, they like to write. But look, they have signed it. Listen, there are pages for you to write personal notes. There are assignments for you to do to look at yourself. Because I believe in looking at things real. We don't love so that we can be filled. We fill ourselves so that we can love. That's why I keep increasing me. I visited my auntie Sandra in Tampa when I was in Tampa with my sisters, with my husband's sisters, my sisters. And she stated, "I try to follow you when you're in Tampa all the time because I love what you say. I love the way you make me feel." That's my auntie who's in her 70s. Man, when I get empowerment from my family, when I get that, my sister Tanya told me she told me how proud she was. Man, that's good. I love it when it comes from everybody else too. But when it comes from your family, I got family on here today. Man, we got family who are part of our church. They're on Sundays with us. And we're just finding this all out, that they're there every Sunday. And why do we do this? So that we can show up for you, so that we can be there for you. The scripture said, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full, have it more abundantly." And I want you to understand this. Taking care of yourself is never a selfish act. It is simply good stewardship of the only gift you have. The gift that we was put here on earth to offer others. That's Palmer. You're put here to do something for others. You are. And the phrase, "ask yourself," listen, love your neighbor as yourself. Do unto others as you would have others to do unto you. Love your neighbor as yourself. is a command. It is not a comparison. Love your neighbor as yourself is a command. It is not a comparison. Love your neighbor as yourself don't mean that any of us better than any of the others. It's just that wherever you are, however you love yourself, that's how you love your neighbor. That's how you love your neighbor. So what do we have to do? We have to identify the leaks in our lives, the stress, the bitterness, lack of rest. While neglecting your own soul make you a clinging symbol. Sometimes you just have to rest. Okay, so I know I have Bible study and all of this stuff. I rest. Those days are going to be my rest days. Sundays, Tuesday, those are my rest days. I have already standing obligation. My board meetings and different things that I have, those not part of my rest days, right? Because I have obligations that I have to fulfill. Any days in between that, I make them part of my rest days. And so we got to guard our heart, for everything you do flows from it. Some people think they hurt you because they don't call, or they don't let that mess get into you. Don't let that get into you. 2026, get over that. It doesn't matter. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Jack Kornfield said that on his book. That is incomplete. If your compassion does not include yourself, your compassion is incomplete. So do to others as you would have them do to you. The ready mindset. The ready mindset. Showing up ready. And that's what this is all about. Showing up ready. You cannot show up ready if you don't intentionally show up for you. All right? Show up for you. Get your mind right for you. Improve you. If you know that you're easily angered, see what caused that. What makes you so easily angered? If you become so defensive on everything, what make that happen? What make that happen? I know sometimes when I'm talking with people, they'll say, well, today I didn't have time. Today ain't when we first talked about this. It was months ago. The ready mindset. So you can't get frustrated for the moment that was already talked about and created long time ago. So in order to show up for them, for other folks, you got to first show up for you. Get your mind ready. Get your mind ready. Showing up ready means having the mental space to actually think about what other persons need, what the other person needs. Showing up ready, you have the mental space to actually think about what the other person needs. If you are in survival mode, you cannot practice the golden rule. Moving from what can I get to if I were them. You cannot practice the golden rule. What would I need right now? So this is the thing. God bless you, Mama Sherry. This is the thing right here. This is how you think about this. Let me tell you how you think about this. Put yourself in other people's place. If that was me, what would I want right now? Mother Dee Dee Richardson taught me this. Her mom had passed. And she said different people was asking her, what can I do for you? What can I do? And she said at the moment, she couldn't think of anything she needed. She was grieving. Her mom passed. This is going to help you. It helped me. Her mom passed. And she said at the moment, she couldn't think of anything. But this is what she thought about, y'all. Later on, she wrote a list. What she would want if she had to deal with that again. But check this out. She had never asked anybody else, what do you need in certain situations? Because she thought about what would I need if I was in that situation. That's it, Dimity. That's it. Y'all got to understand that when we get off this post today, off this podcast today, I want you to go and tell others. I want you to share this on your page too. This is real good for 2026. This is real good. And just because one person is doing it don't mean that you can't do it. And people think they got monopoly, or they copying off of me. Ain't nobody copying off of you. God give ideas to more than one person. You can live in a little hick city like Apalachicola, and Apalachicola had about 6, 7, 8 juke joints. That's what they call them when we were little, juke joints. I had never heard of a juke joint. I'm from Fort Lauderdale. We don't say no juke joint. But they went to a juke joint. But y'all, we can do anything. We can do everything. God is creative. God is creative. Y'all see all these Wawas? Y'all see all these Wawas showing up? That's not stopping Busy Bee. I think it is a Busy Bee. No, what's the place y'all like to go? Busy Bee, the one that sell the good thing. Busy Bee, whatever it is, y'all. It's coming here too. It's coming here too. We got Popeyes and Kentucky Fried Chicken in the same parking lot on Appalachian Parkway. The same park, and both of them sell chicken. Because you know what both of them know? Y'all better get this right here. If the line is too long at Popeyes and you don't feel like wait, you're going to Kentucky. They know that. They know that. You can have the same people. Why we got so many churches? Because we got so many people. And everybody ain't going to one church. Because every church don't appeal to everybody. You can have Buc-ee's. That's it, Tanya. Buc-ee's. They got a Buc-ee's coming to Tallahassee. And they're not saying, oh, I'm not coming because Wawa here. Man, them Buc-ee's is on its way. And there's a lot of people who go to Buc-ee's, who go to Wawa, who going to start going to Buc-ee's. And then the line at Wawa going to be better. And then they're going to go back to Buc-ee's because they want that. I got what y'all get from Buc-ee's, Tanya? Yeah, they want that. And you go to Busy Bee to get those different flavored popcorns that you get from Chicago with all the nuts and stuff. And so you got different places. Kentucky Fried Chicken and Popeye in the same parking lot. In the same parking lot. Popeye sell Coke, Kentucky Fried Chicken sell Pepsi. And I've done this myself, and I'm sure there's some others have done this. You're going to Popeye sometime to get their chicken, McDonald's to get their fries. Popeyes and McDonald's sell Coke, so you go to Circle K to get your Pepsi. Man, look at here. Ain't nobody missing out. You can have 10 churches on the same street, and people are going to go to whatever church they want to go. That's why we got all this stuff. So the need of people can be fulfilled by the person who's going to fulfill it. Ain't no need to fight about all this stuff. Just be you. The most basic of all human need is the need to understand and be understood. The need to understand and be understood. And sometimes we keep so much stuff going because you're going off of what you think, your own perception, and you ain't talked to nobody. And sometimes the best person in your life, you don't close the door because they did this or said this or somebody said they said, have you talked with them? Ooh. The best way to understand people is to listen to them. And listen to me that we both cannot talk at the same time. We can't talk at the same time. We can't talk at the same time. When you show up ready, listen to this. When you show up ready, you realize that love is a renewable source. Here it is. Love is a renewable source. This is what that means. Love is renewed all the time. Love is always renewed. Love is replenished all the time. Give and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will he pour into your lap. God replenishes love all the time. That's why we can forgive each other. How many times should I forgive my brother? 7 times 70? You're not responsible if they forgive you or not. You make sure you forgive. You are a good person. You got that goodness on the inside of you. You do. And forgiveness, let me tell you this. Forgiveness don't mean that if we used to hang out all the time, now we finna start hanging out all the time again. No, that don't mean that. Dog bite you once, shame on you. Dog bite you twice. No. Dog bite you once, shame on them. Dog bite you twice, shame on you. Dog bite you 3 times, fool. That's just the way it is. So, you got to fill the vessel before the world drains it. Every morning, ask yourself, what is my current capacity? What is my current capacity? CSC got a grant that's closing Friday. It's a year-round grant for students. I was asked if I was going to apply. The answer is no. I don't have the capacity to do it right now. I got my daycare, my school, I'm rebuilding, relaunching, just a whole lot of stuff. And I want to get those things in order. The daycare, my church, all that kind of stuff. Demi, they think I'm crazy. Okay, but I got to get all these things in order. So I sat with myself and said, will I be able to run an after-school program or something for a whole year? The answer was no. I said that to myself. I can't do it the whole year. My interest is Life Changers, Church of God in Christ, to build it to its capacity. Everything I do, I give to that church. Why? Because it has given so much to me at the initial point. And now that I'm up, am I going to forget it? No. Dream Builders, we're helping. I had a parent to come in there yesterday to tell me, thank you, the other day, to tell me, thank you so very much for your prices. I can keep my son here with this price. She said others had tried to get me to go over here to go, but I love what I'm getting there. I said, I know you do. I know you love it. She said, oh, you might be confident. I am. I prepare for you to love it. I put forth effort for you to love it. The teachers that we have, they prepare that you would love it, that you would love what your child get, that your child would love what they get. Could we make more money? Yes. We were told we charge too less for infants, but we done cut the infant side altogether. We are almost $500, $600, $800 less than some others. Why? Because do we want to make a profit? Yes. Is that our main goal? No. The main goal is to raise leaders. Now we're doing it from ages 1 to 4. That's our main goal, to help these children be leaders. Some of the parents have been upset because yet we're not strict, but we're firm. Walk with your hands to your side. Look up when you talk. Look me in your eye. Don't be afraid of me. I'm bigger than you. I'm supposed to be. I'm older than you. But look me in my eye. I had a little boy. I was reading and talking to him yesterday. You know what that little boy told me? He said, Miss Judy, look me in my eye. Look me in my eye. Look me in my eye when I talk to you. He said, look me in my eye when I talk to you. That's what he told me. Look me in my eye when I talk. Them little children be giving me a fit. Look me in my eye when I talk to you. So what is that all about, y'all? When you give, the more you give, the more God gives back to you. We can't beat God given. We cannot be God given. And love is not a limited resource. The more you give, the more you have. The more you give, the more you have. And it takes a village, y'all. We got to have the same mindset. Okay? And so all of this I'm talking about, you can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of your love and affection than you are, and that person would not be found anywhere. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Because how can you give others love and affection that you don't give to yourself? If you love yourself, you'll know how to love others. If you love yourself, y'all, and there's a spirit of suicide out in this nation. But guess what? What if they run into you? What if they run into you? Would they be able to feel a love? Would they be able to feel a care? Would they be able to know that it's going to be okay? That they might not have it right now, but they do have a friend in you? Would they know that? Would they know that because you have shown up for you? Huh? Would they know that? The parable of the Good Samaritan, everybody passed by. They left the man on the side of the road. They left the man on the side of the road. They left him on the side of the road, beat up, everything taken. They wasn't prepared to show up for themselves. They didn't mind being left on the side of the road if it was them. They didn't mind their mama, their dad, or whoever, their sister, their grandmama, auntie, being left on the side of the road if it was them. That's why they left him. Come on. But the Good Samaritan, no title. He had money. I don't know if he was rich or not. It didn't say. He took the man and washed him up. He was ready for that. Why? Because he's shown up for himself. He had that in him. The man couldn't pay him back. Took him to the hotel. Who knows? Put him in a suite. I would have if I had the money. I knew that I would have it by the time he had to check out. Yeah. You know? He paid for everything. And then he said this, if there's any other charge, he said this, charge it to me. And that's it, Mother Sherry. Y'all, we can't pass people by because of whatever. No, when you show up for you and you're ready for that, you can do that. I had an incident that happened to me. I shared it Sunday. I spoke Sunday at my church, but I shared this. I'm getting ready to go to the restroom and Winn-Dixie. And the guy said, hey, Judy. And I looked at him. I'm like, hey, man. He said, yeah, I'm so sorry about Irma passing. Irma's my mama. I'm like, boy, you too young to be saying Irma. I said, well, I got to use the restroom, man. I'll be right back. I came back. And he said, yeah, I'm at Mr. Hunter's house a lot. And I talked to your mom. He said, do you know who I am? And I looked at him. And he said, Irma, said Judy. I figured he was a relative. And I said, yeah, you lost son. He said, yeah, I'm your cousin. I said, my cousin? He's like, yes. What if I would have just been nasty to him? And this is what he told me. I live in the woods. And he said, right now, I like living in the woods because we get along better out there. Now, am I thinking about some things? Yes. I'm thinking about his mental capacity. I'm thinking about where he is. I'm thinking about all this stuff. But that's my cousin. What if I just would have been nasty and rude to him? And then later on, he said, well, I am your cousin. Huh? The Bible said, be careful how you entertain strangers, because you may be entertaining angels unaware. Love is the only force capable of transferring an enemy into a friend. That's what Martin Luther King said. So if as yourself is the standard, we must recognize that every person we meet is the main character of their own story. You hear me? You are the main character of your own story. Every person we meet is the main character of their own story. They are the star in their movie. Very seldom, I be having dreams too. Very seldom do I get beat up in my dream. I have a couple of times, but most times I win in my dream. Even if I go back to sleep and make myself win, I'm going to win. You ain't beat me up in my own dream. Not in my own dream. So think of a frustration you have with someone. Ask yourself this. If I were in their shoes, carrying their trauma, their stress, how would I want to be spoken to right now? Let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another. For whoever loves others has fulfilled the law. I'm getting ready to close. Princess Diana said this: carry out a random act of kindness with no expectation. a reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you. Because the word is true. Whatever you do unto others is coming back. Life is a boomerang. You better know that. Okay? So as I prepare to close, I really want to encourage you to be the best you. Prepare. Prepare. And remember, you cannot pour from an empty vessel. Take care of yourself first so you can be a blessing to others. Okay? So you can be a blessing. What do they tell you when you get on the plane? If the pressure go down in the plane or whatever happened in the plane, put your oxygen mask on first. Even if you got little children, they want you to put your oxygen mask on first. Why? Because you can't help others if you don't have your mask on. You got to have your mask on. You got to do what's good for you. So if you are constantly abandoning yourself, showing up means honoring your boundaries, your rest, your unique rhythm. And if you shortchange your own health or spirit, you are diminishing the quality of the gift you give to others. So if you wouldn't let a friend work until they're broke, why are you going to do it? Love your neighbor as yourself. All right? Do that. Show up for you so you can show up for others. Right? Owning your story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that we'll ever do. That's by Brene Brown. So there's a person you will meet tomorrow or sometime who is only equipped to hear the truth through your voice. There's a problem that only your specific perspective can solve. And when you shrink, the world stays in darkness. So as I end this show, don't shortchange the community or your neighbor or your people by offering a watered down version of yourself. Show up. Be seen. Pour out. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. The scripture, Matthew 5:16, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good works, your good deeds, and glorify your Father who is heaven. You are the only you there is and ever will be. To fail to be yourself is to fail the universe, to fail God in his purpose for creating you. Y'all been listening to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. I am Dr. Judy, your real live host. The Lord said the same. I'll be back with you next Tuesday at 11:30. I want you to come and join me. I am excited about your future. As Apostle Young would say, I am excited about your future. You are the best you. I am looking so forward to seeing you develop. I am looking so forward to see you on your stage with your own gold mic. I am looking for you. I am looking for you. Go ahead on Amazon and order that book. Order this book, y'all. I'm serious. This book is going to help you through 2026. It's only $30, I believe. Order for somebody else. Order for somebody else as well. Just plant a seed into people's life. You are worth it. You are worth it. Join me tonight for Bible study. Tonight is Tuesday. Join me tonight for Bible study with Elder Witherspoon at 7 o'clock. That man been doing almost 200 prayer points. It is powerful. That's tonight at 7 o'clock. Then we have Bible study at 7:30. Our very own pastor will be teaching us tonight. And then again, you can join me every Sunday. Every Sunday you can join us at 11 a.m. at 601 Mississippi Road here in Tallahassee, Florida. So I want you to be reminded, you are the only you there is and ever will be. It is the realization that there is no them, only us. So as I close, until next time, reminding you that the greatest legacy you can leave is the lives you invest in. That's Real Talk.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.